Welcome, everyone, to the Meaningful Hearts Podcast, where we discuss the everyday questions that make us or break us if we let them. I am your host, Drew. Take my hand and let's walk this journey together. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode. Today, we're going to talk about why are we so quick to judge? Why are we so quick to bring out the torches and the pitchforks and go chase somebody down and get at them? Why do we do that? Where does it come from? I know we were raised better than that. Most of us were, right? I mean, if you disagreed with somebody and you had an issue, or maybe somebody pissed you off, or maybe they did something crazy and you saw them, would you just walk up to them and start to criticize them and yell at them and be like, how dare you? Who do you think you are? Are you that person? Probably not. Maybe some of you are bold enough to do that. But for the majority, I don't think that's true. But we find ourselves on the internet chastising people and making people feel really bad for when they do something. And it's usually celebrities, right? Celebrities, people that have clout, people that have, they're under the microscope of society. And they might say something or they might do something stupid. But they don't get to live it down. They literally have to deal with it on a large scale because there are millions of people in the world that see this. They don't let anybody get a pass. They don't let anybody get a pass. They share it. They talk about it. They poke fun at. There's comments below. There's direct messages towards. Then sometimes there's other celebrities that get involved. And it makes it even worse because now you have the fan base of that celebrity coming directly at that person. But I can guarantee you this, right? That if we had a camera or if we had something following us around 24/7, I guarantee you there would be unsavory things about all of us that we wouldn't want to be public. We have the Instagram, right? We have a highlight reel of things that we do, and we post only the good things most of the time. Social media, right? Look, I look great. Look, I did this. Look, I did that. But imagine if you didn't take the picture and there was somebody following you around taking pictures and posting things about you, and everybody knew who you were. How would you feel? How would that affect you? Remember, we all have glass houses, all of us. There's always something that we're not good or happy with, or things that we've done that we look back in the past like, geez, I'm so glad nobody knows about that. We all reflect. We all live in glass houses, but we always have enough rocks to throw at somebody else's. It's insane. You know, we talk about not bullying people, and bullying on the internet is huge, right? And there are kids that have committed suicide from bullying in school and Facebook posts, and we're not cool with that. That's terrible. But at the same time, the same adults that try to foster better behavior amongst the youth are making fun of celebrities and making celebrities feel bad and reposting things about celebrities and things that they did, right? That's bullying. And you don't think that celebrities go through the same thing that people that are non-celebrities go through? Yes, we're human beings. We have feelings. Now, maybe they don't get to show their feelings, but they have feelings. And believe it or not, they see the comments. They see the horrible things that people say. And people say some really fucking horrible things. Does it make it okay? No. Everybody has a chance. Everybody gets a chance. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody says things that they wish they didn't have said, and they want to put their foot in their mouth. Sometimes they have to publicly apologize, right? They have to publicly apologize to save face, and hopefully people will forget about that and they can move on with their lives. But there are people that hold high court and come after everyone. And nowadays, especially, it's a big problem. How does everyone feel about this? You guys all participating in somehow? Sure, I guess in essence, we all have maybe shared something we thought was funny, but obviously that helps travel and spread the word, right? Horrible. But at one point or another, we're all guilty of doing something like this. And it seems kind of, it's just something silly that I did. It's nothing really important. But in reality, it is. It's hurting somebody's feelings. It's getting somebody upset. You're contributing to the bigger picture of a problem. Having an audience who will support you for throwing that rock is the worst. That's the biggest reason. We don't act like this individually. But when we have an audience of people, when we're on the internet and there's a group of people that are commenting or talking about it, It's easy to just fall right in that trap, right? But if we're alone and we're walking and somebody does something silly or does something stupid, chances are you're going to keep your mouth shut and you're going to stick to yourself because you don't want to get involved, right? But why does it change? And now if there's a group of people that were criticizing this person, chances are the other people would join in. They would find out what's going on and probably join in. That's really the catalyst behind it all. But we don't like to look inward and look at our own faults. We like to look at the faults of somebody else's, and chances are those are the faults that we have inside. But instead of addressing those faults, right? Instead of addressing those faults that we have, instead of addressing them, we go outward and we criticize somebody else for having those faults. But in reality, it's really our problem. You know, there are people that, quote unquote, oh, I can't stand this person, or I can't stand people that are like this. Chances are that's how they are. And they've been criticized for it, and they feel bad about it. So they find somebody that's similar, and they go after that person. Happens all the time. It happens all the time. It's stupid. So getting right with yourself is not just about your own sanity and becoming whole. It's for the health of others around you. A lot of people are damaged inside. A lot of people feel a certain type of way inside, and they batter and they beat other people and they hurt other people because they want to get at themselves. But that's their way of doing it, by hurting somebody else. They speak and they say horrible things and they do horrible things. And it's really it's the ugliness of themselves that they're getting at. But they just do it to somebody else because they want somebody else to feel that pain. They want to bring that person down to the way they feel. It's horrible. Now, the question is, so why are we so quick to judge, right? Where does it all stem from? We're all logical human beings for the most part, I think, right? We make logical decisions all the time. We go to work. You know, your coworker, you don't just go hailing bullets at your coworker per se, right? No, I gotta be professional. But when you're off the clock, you can act like a crazed person on the internet, or where nobody else will see you, and that's when you hide. You hide behind an avatar, you hide behind a screen name, and you say things. It's crazy. It's this mob mentality that a lot of us have for different reasons, and I don't understand. I don't understand why we're okay with this. It's like a double standard. It's not okay for our children to do it in school, but it's okay for the parents and the adults to facilitate this on a grander scale towards celebrities, people that you don't see. These people aren't tangible to you. I don't think it's real because these people are not tangible to you. They're not tangible. So it's almost like if they don't exist per se, because they're not physically in front of you. But on the internet, it's a character in a movie. It's like, it's not real, I guess. But those people have feelings. They really do. They have feelings, they hurt, and believe it or not, and these are people that are well accomplished, people that are just they're well accomplished people. You'd think a stupid comment is going to, yeah, right. Come on, this guy's got millions of dollars, super successful, and a superstar spouse, and all these great things, and all these accomplishments and awards, and then somebody calling them fat or ugly. You'd think, oh, they're not going to see that. And you know what it is? They actually see that one out of everything, and like, damn, that one hurts. Damn, that really does hurt. I just want you to be cognizant. I want you to be thoughtful about this. I want you to really think about it. Next time you decide to say something mean or share something, I really want you to sit there and I want you to think about what you're saying. I want to think about what you're participating in. I want you to sit there and be like, you know what? I'm going to think about this for a moment. I don't know if I should participate in this. I don't know if I should do that. I want you to think. Look inward. See the things that you've shared recently, or discussions or topics that maybe your friends and family have talked about. Like, I really want you to think, because we're part of the problem. We are part of the problem. We're a community. We're all part of this. This social network is a network. It's a connection of people speaking, sharing experiences, feelings, news. We literally, it's a giant like chain letter of information that gets passed through instantly in seconds, milliseconds. Spreads like a wildfire. It spreads like a wildfire. And here we are, contributing to it, not even thinking how fast information spreads. You find out a celebrity dies, or even a hoax happens, and everybody knows about it. It's over all the publications and networks. It's not a mistake. We help that. The news gets announced, and here we are, boom, 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 sharing it. That's not a mistake. There's a lot of power in that. So what we should be doing now is finding good messages to spread, good positive things to spread, good information. It's your responsibility. You're part of that structure. And anything you share, anything you say on the internet, gets saved. Even if you deleted it, it's out there forever. It's there forever. It doesn't go away. So when you say something or you share something or you're a part of something, just know that it takes a long time for that stuff to kind of fade out, but it doesn't necessarily fade out. It goes into a database. It stays there. And it can be pulled up at any point. I mean, there are people that have tweeted things over a decade ago, and it gets brought back up instantly. There's always somebody looking. Think about your professional careers. Think about where you want to be in your life. Think about all these things. I may have said some dumb things in the past, in the early stages of the internet, that might come back to bite me in the ass. I have to own it if I said it. I have to speak on it if that's the case. Yes, 100%. Accountability is 100% when you need to be. Accountable. Accountable for your actions. Accountable for what you say. Because there was a time where if you did say something to somebody and they didn't like it, you might get punched in the mouth. I can't account for how that person's going to react. But you had to be accountable. You had to stand your ground if you said something. You had to be accountable for what you said. It meant something. It really did. It meant something. A lot of this stuff now, it doesn't mean shit. Because people think, oh, well, I could just hide now. I could just shut this off and that's that. Accountability needs to come back because it means something. So when somebody says something to you, you want to be able to hold that person accountable and say, why would you say that? Why would you do that? Speak. I want to know why. You don't have to get violent, but speak. I want to know why you said that. People will think twice about doing something when they have to answer for it. That I know. So I want to just bring awareness to this. It's something that's on my mind because I think about it all the time. There was something that was brought up with a celebrity that made a stupid comment, not really thinking. And it undermined everybody else that worked really hard to get in that profession. And just because she was a celebrity that had a certain amount of followers, it was granted to her that she could do this role in media and be like a journalist per se. But she kind of made it seem like, oh yeah, I had like 5 minutes of training on it. I'm not gonna name names of who it is. I'm sure you heard of the story, but it undermined everyone who really worked their asses off that isn't a celebrity, that's struggled and went through internships and this, that, and the third. And yes, it was kind of a slap in the face to those people. But in the end of the day, in her own right, regardless of how she got to that position, she still had to become a social media icon and grind that out and do the posting and do the work just to get in the position where people would know who she was to give her that position. So regardless of how you see it, you can't just burn people at the stake. You can't just burn somebody down because it did. She lost the job because of it. And there's some other things that she's losing too, because people don't want to be affiliated or associated with somebody that's going to make other people feel a certain type of way. It'll ruin you. It's an instant career ruiner. It's like sending a mass email to your company about something that you did that was in poor moral was a poor moral decision and made you look bad. Maybe something really horrible, and you lose your job because of it. And maybe they blackball you in that industry because they don't want to be associated with you anymore. Now think of how fast the internet spreads, where it's not an email to just a bunch of people. It's information that gets shared. You're a polarizing character and people just constantly share it rapid fire, and about 1 million to 5 million people reach it. Now, publications that are associated with those social media networks don't want to be bothered because sponsorships will lose money because of it, because people feel a certain type of way. These are adverse effects, but we all have a hand in this because these stories are there and we share them. It's crazy. We're responsible for all this. So I want you to really think. I want you to sit there and say, you know what? I don't know if I want to be a part of this. I want to be more accountable. When I say something, I want to mean it. When you post something on Facebook or you comment under something, or you see a video, or there's something that you feel a certain type of way about, I want you to think, hey, somebody's watching me post this, or this post might come to bite me back in the ass. I want you to really, and listen, if you're okay with that, and listen, I stand tall with what I say, and you're willing to answer for what you say, and you're proud of what you said, then by all means, go do that. But I just want you to I just want you to feel the accountability. I want you to feel it. I want you to see what you're doing and know how it's going to affect that other person. I want you to think that way. That's all I have to say today. I love you all. Stay healthy. And please reach out to me. Let's have a conversation about this. The Meaningful Hearts Podcast at gmail.com, as well as at Instagram. God bless you guys. I love you.